Wednesday's match against Milwaukee. You're talking about seizing an opportunity. He has done that with now a season-high 17 points all in the first quarter. Dallas starting off with the ball in the second half. The air ball cleaned up by Marshall once again.
Yeah, Marshall, that's his 11th rebound.
And the take.
Okay, so Steph Curry, and instead what has he done? And then on the way off the floor, they tape him saying, let's go home now, job is done. Like, Ja, you gotta dig it out of the dirt here. Your shoulder hurts, you're not shooting it well, you're struggling to finish, your team doesn't have the juice you typically see. He's got to lead.
Still a one-possession game here. Desmond Bane off the glass. Edey on the attempt back, couldn't get it. Desmond Bane came back in bounds, able to get in on the action and knocks down the three, and those are the type of plays they need.
Yeah, just a little extra talk about winning on the margins of possession battles. Edey gets a block. Whew, good sequence there.
Edey leading to a tray ball for Ja Morant, and his woes from outside continue over the last now 8 games. Klay Thompson, the one-legged fadeaway, no good there. Klay Thompson has been quite quiet in this ball game. 3 for 9, 0 for 3 from distance, just 6 points. And the take by Desmond Bane.
Experience that. So 3.
And Doris, this is the first time that they've lost 4 straight in second, now 4th, and trying not to have that skid until they get some healthy bodies back. But going back to the defensive end, they've allowed 120 points in each of their last 3 games as well. So they have to plug away on both ends.
It's a nice little play and trip.
Yep, finding Aldama in the paint. We mentioned back in the starting rotation for Memphis after missing the last game. Now he has 6. Pull-up no good by Edwards. Desmond Bane taken on the committee, short on the attempt. Max Christie only has 1 field goal, tries to get things done. Klay Thompson and Dallas coming off the bench, as you mentioned, Brandon Williams on ABC and ESPN+. The Lakers begin a 4-game road trip in Beantown against the Celtics. Coverage begins and tips that NBA countdown at 8 Eastern. Lakers
A little bit of a struggle for him to finish tonight, just 2 for 8.
It's hard to think at his frame and so many different playmakers for Memphis with only his 2nd field goal of the night. Memphis with the edge have looked different in spraying it out as they have the lead 61-57 here, and Klay Thompson finally comes alive.
He will keep shooting.
Last game had his 7th with 6. That smile on his face, starting to have some fun.
You know, on his threes, they have missed softly. So I know the shoulders bother me. He's just got to hang in.
Ja Morant only with 1. The rest of the starters with 2. And that possession game once again, and Dallas, as we mentioned, at halftime, actually, their bench was outscoring their starters 27-26 as Desmond Bane kisses that off the glass.
He's such a tough finisher. This guy came in as a threat from 3, but he has really diversified his game. Off the deck, now setting his teammates, elevating their play.
He could really be flirting with yet another a triple-double in his game, already with a double-double as Brandon Williams as Zach.
Yeah, just get at the cup.
And the fact coming off the bench for the Mavs today, and
the absences for the Dallas Mavericks and Jason Kidd. Virtually every big on your roster, you're playing Brandon Williams at the center spot defensively if you're Jason Kidd. Give him some credit. 13 rebounds for Naji Marshall.
Morant stops on a dime, says too small, and
He made his first couple free throws.
well, at the time, he was just 1 for 10. So if you could
Just for me to do math, it's never pretty.
And the pace starting to pick up for both sides. Williams again off the...
University of Arizona, goes undrafted, but ends up on the roster in Portland. Nice little find there by Ja. Good foul and very little opportunity on it
in 2020 to recover from a knee on two-way contracts. Coming in here playing like he deserves a starting position for Dallas. Rightfully so. Jason Kidd leaving him on the floor as they have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Naji Marshall, who had a double-double at halftime, adds on that stat.
Boy, that's the scoring and the rebounding. He's been a great communicator defensively. He's, you know, virtually manning the center spot. When Edey's on the floor, that's a tough match. And how about Ja Morant? Those free throws is 5 for 7 and 4 for 5 off the bounce. I mean, he has been tremendous. Amazing what making a free throw can do for somebody's game.
Unfortunately, he did miss one of the pair to end this streak, amazing streak that he was on. And Brandon Marshall, just enough adjectives to describe what he has been able to do tonight. And here says, give it to Brandon with that hip injury throughout this season. Christie in and out, going at Clark in the chest, gets the double team. Spencer Dinwiddie finds Christie on the tray. Bottom of the net.
Multiple closeouts, and the ball's just flying around the floor. Everybody being unselfish.
That's the 16th assist on 26 made field to ease his way in coming off of the bench.
Guy who in the minutes he did play in the one game was absolutely dominant.
A double-double and 7 assists would be really nice, and including the win that they had as well over Houston. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ja Morant off the bounce, going at everyone.
The paint in the first half has become a different story here in the second.
Tied at 79, Ja Morant has come alive here in the second half. 17 points after just having 7 in the first half. Going at Marshall, taking it, nothing there. It's Clark trying.
You know, after giving up 22 and 28, they have let Memphis get free to the tune of 29 with 4 to play. Give Memphis some credit. Starting to hum a little bit.
Humming behind Morant. He scored or assisted on 16 second quarter points. Christie comes down with the rebound. And I thought that was going up top as Naji Marshall didn't have enough in the shoes. Brandon Williams sends it up. Marshall!
But come back on the next possession off the created turnover by Williams.
A block on the other end. Martin was hoping to get something on the other side, and that's deflected. So great defensive series for Memphis in transition. Ja Morant couldn't connect on the triple. Right now, Memphis, they're doing so well from the three-point line. Just 5 for 16 now from outside. Caleb Martin sends it to the corner for Marshall. Hey!
Excellent communicator on the defensive end in the middle of the floor. He's calling out the screen right now for Caleb Martin. Makes the switch. That's going to be a foul
off the bench, as well as Naji Marshall that just stepped to the bench. So this game has gone back and forth. At halftime, we were thinking, like, what is it for Memphis offensively? The second best scoring offense, be it without Jackson. But what did they need? And right now we're seeing it by committee. Luke Kennard finding Morant, trying to get to the paint, switches hands, and couldn't connect. Here comes Martin. Takes it himself, loses one, and finds Dante Exum. Williams up top. Two-minute warning here in the third quarter. We're in a 2-point game. Memphis in the bonus. Seen a lot of touches in the paint for them in this quarter. On the dive, Clark gets
Now, one of the biggest things they had to do this season was become a little bit more focused as a cutting basketball team. How do you open windows without screens? You got to.
He's in this quarter, now 2 for 4 and 8 points. Bane sends it to Kennard. This ball game locked at 89 as we're approaching the final minute here in the third. Christie going at Morant, finds Williams, extra pass to Martin. 8 on the shot clock. Dante Exum pulls up and can't rim that. Memphis taking their time up top as Bane got the screen from Kennard. Off the look and couldn't drop it down. Morant, sorry, Clark took a fall underneath. 18 seconds on the game clock, 13 on the shot clock. Got a 2-second difference now. Morant draws the double team, still working, and here comes Dallas. Max Christie finds Exum, releases before it explodes.